There's some other hard things about it. Like, the last time I had seen my brother before that was on our grandmother's birthday. We hung out for a little bit and he drove me home. I didn't really see him much while he was living in New York. I was really busy. I was 24 years old. I was like living my life. You know, your little brother's still your little brother. Like, you don't really want to hang out with him. But I did get the chance to hang out with him on New Year's that year, leading up, and hung out with him when we went to Atlanta to go buy our cars. The car that he got into an accident with. But I really do regret not, hanging out with him a lot while he was here. It's so funny now. All I want to do is be up under my siblings. I love, hanging out with them, but back then, But I'm really grateful that our mom taught us that to say I love you each other all the time, even if we were mad, and that, all my brothers and I had were each other. And so the last time that I did see him, we talked for a little bit. And Sissy, I love you. I love you too, Lindsay. Be safe. Please be careful. So, in that accident, we still don't know how it happened, and we know that there was something foul had happened, but somehow, some way, he was on a surface road and he drove his car underneath the parked semi-truck and got crushed. And for the longest time, I couldn't even pass by a truck on the road without getting upset and crying and thinking of my brother being in that kind of pain. I still haven't seen a picture of the car accident, even though I know it was in the paper on the front page the next day. And somebody actually brought that paper to my mother. It's so cool. And I think a couple months later, somebody had maybe posted, or not, maybe not months, maybe within that week, somebody had shared a photo of the accident on Facebook, thinking they're like people know. And I think I accidentally saw a little bit of it, but I mentally blocked it out, so I really still don't know what it looked like, but I heard it was bad. And people, of course, social media, they were saying all kinds of things about my brother and how it happened, but he was just late to work, and someone else was driving. My uncle was in the car, another car, and we don't know what happened, but we know that my uncle saw the accident and went home and told my grandmother. And I won't go into more details about that because it's just not, it's water under the bridge at this point. It's been, I guess, if I was to tell anybody like a message or something, it's like, it's been 9 years and it doesn't matter. 9 years, 9 days, 9 months. When you lose somebody that you're so close to like that, the pain it doesn't go away. It just kind of dies a little bit. It gets a little more dull, but it's still there. And I remember afterwards, I didn't actually really deal with it. I just kind of kept going stealth and just making sure everybody else was okay. And it changed me into a person that like nobody recognized. I got just cold and mean. And I remember the girls at work, people I'm really close to, Melissa and Kathy, and I said, Tara, and you got to take some time for yourself. You're not the same person. And I wasn't the same person, and I still haven't been the same person. And I remember I used to pray every day that God would make me feel like some compassion again, and just like not have such a cold heart, because I felt like my heart was black. And eventually one day, like, I started to like feel for other people again, but there was just a couple years where I just couldn't feel. I really, and it changed the way that I look at like my family. People get in cars and I'm worried immediately. I'm always worried for people's safety. My brother Corey went to a show he played a show on the road the other night, and he had to drive up to North Carolina and was late, and you're afraid. You're so afraid that like something just happened. It could happen so fast. And clearly, I guess, I don't know. Is it normal in 9 years to still be crying like this over something that happened 9 years ago? I don't know. Do I need to work through this somehow still? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. It does get better. I don't cry like this all the time over it. I can actually talk about it and not cry. I don't know. Today's just like a tough, rough day. But it does get better. It takes some time. And I'm really good at like dealing with things and problems in small bite-sized chunks, and eventually those seconds turn into minutes and minutes turn into days, and eventually here we are. Life goes on. But pain is still there.